keeps coming up the same thing. Colonel, the message is Mars needs women.
A realistic one. Good luck with that, buddy. Yeah, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. You know what I mean? I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying, buckle up. It's about to be a bumpy ride. You know what I mean? I hate to do it, but I got to play Selena's video at the top of the show. I mean, I don't even have any words actually for it. The only thing you can do is watch it. I got no words. It takes a lot to leave me speechless.
You won't believe it. We've checked and double-checked. It keeps coming up the same thing. Colonel, the message is Mars needs...
No, Matt, no. That's fake news. No. Oh, Lord. Oh. Hey, speaking of 63-3, where the Florida State fans at, man? Don't tell me they're one of the fan bases that disappears during the off season. They were crawling all over my channel like flies on shit for the entire season. Now they've disappeared like a fart in the wind. You know? I don't know. Come on, guys. I love my Florida State fans. Speaking of upset fans, now look, I'll go ahead and admit to you, right off the top of my head, I couldn't name a single Clemson baseball player. I might be like, if I heard one name, I'd be like, oh yeah, I heard of him before. But I'm not a baseball fan, just not. But Clemson is preseason ranking top 10. I think Wake Forest is number 1. Oh, shit, there's like 10 ACC teams in the top 25. But anyway, guess who's ranked number 25th and big mad about it? Y'all got a guess? Y'all know? Who's ranked 25th in the country preseason and big mad about it?
DeAndre Johnson, vaccine! DeAndre Johnson, vaccine! It's like would have been hanging tough.
Mars needs women.
You're right the first time, Nate. Gamecocks are down bad, man. It's a baseball school. Barely in the top 25. Ah, dang. And Clemson's got a better football team, a better basketball team, a better baseball team now, a better softball team. Boy, they better break out that equestrian trophy real quick. Horse riding's the only thing they got over Clemson. What's up, Nick? Hey, Nick, you're coming to the Slobs, right? We were putting together a list last night on the Lunch Money Show. I forget the exact number, and we might have missed somebody. If we did, it wasn't on purpose, but I think we got up to like 34 or 35 people that have said they're competing. If that is the case, it'll be the biggest, or the most people that have competed in the Slob Olympics ever, I think. And that's just the competitors. That doesn't, count all the other people who are coming. Yeah, right, Robert. Yeah, women's basketball. Yeah. Forgot about that. All right. Give me like 60 seconds, and I'll start the show. Gotta pee. All right, let's get this thing started. One thing y'all can do, there's 20-something people in here. Hit the thumbs up. It's free. And you guys know the deal. YouTube really cares about that. They care so much that they actually put the thumbs up button on there. That's how much they care. All right. Had enough of that. How come this happens every time? Where is he at?
Is it in windowed mode or? You don't have it in windowed mode, do you?
Windowed mode.
Yeah, is it like is the window like, is it full screened or not?
Is what full screen?
The window
Oh,
that I'm on, that StreamYard's on.
you're there now. Hashtag professional. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Thank you for joining us for, oh, by the way, I realized this when I was firing up the stream. The 98th episode of the ACC show. C-Dog, how long have we been doing this?
Like 2 years?
Is it?
More than that, almost.
Yeah. 2.5 years, maybe?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So anyway, well, obviously next week there will be, well, you can do an ACC show if you want. I won't be available. I'll be in Vegas.
Okay.
But if you do one next week with you and Rack or whatever, that'd be 99. So anyway, sometime within the next month or so, we will hit 100 episodes, and you know how I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a hell of a celebration for the 50th episode. It's you know, since it's a 1 week, 1 day a week deal, and that doesn't count the, you know, the nights that we don't do a show for whatever reason. So anyway, we have a 100 episode celebration in the making now. Well, first of all, I'll wait to hear from you if you have any suggestions. I think the 100th episode is just going to be having some of the longtime ACC show panel members come on, and or people from the chat, and just chopping it up and having a good time. Of course, you know what I'm going to do.
Pop some champagne.
I'm going to get some champagne. You know,
Yeah.
When I celebrate proper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get some cold ones.
There you go. So, and for all you people who don't, you know, drink alcohol, good for you, first of all. But you can drink along with whatever you're drinking. You know, go get some grape juice or something. I don't know. So some sparkling grape juice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I was talking at this during the intro there about the baseball rankings. Is Georgia Tech in there? I think they might be.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. For those of you, if this is your first time tuning into the ACC show during the off season, unfortunately, we don't give two shits about any other sport except for football. This is a football channel. I think sometimes people get the wrong impression. They go, "Why aren't you talking about basketball?" You know, because clearly the ACC is a basketball conference, quote unquote. Why aren't you talking about baseball? Now, listen, we will definitely talk about basketball during the tournament, but I think I've watched maybe one Clemson basketball game this year, and then parts of others.
Yeah.
But you know, I just don't.
I think I've maybe watched one Georgia Tech game of basketball ever.
Ever?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I
plus
watched it once enough to know that like it's just not right. It's just not the same, you know.
yeah. Plus, I spend too much time during the year arguing with Clemson fans about football, which you probably experience this too. I think anybody that does YouTube experiences this at some point or another. I know other guys have the same experience as me. Is that if you're a fan of a team, even though this isn't a Clemson channel necessarily, I cover all of college football, but I'm a Clemson fan, obviously. But if you're a fan of a team and you cover the sport and you talk about your own team, you're probably going to piss at least 50% or more of the fan base off because they don't agree with the same things about your team that they do.
Yeah.
Right? So I do enough of that with the football season that basketball I don't have the energy for because I have been talking about my displeasure and dismay of the head coach Brad Brownell for many years now, and they don't like that. And then of course this year Clemson started out hot in basketball. I think they started the season like 10-0 or something, and then they went on a losing streak. I don't even know how many losses they have now, 3 or 4. But they were all in my mentions on Twitter when they started 10-0. Oh yeah, you're talking all that shit about Brad Brownell. What about this year? Look, you're glad you didn't fire him now. And I said, just wait. I said, just wait. Brad Brownell will do Brad Brownell things. You just have to wait. Usually he doesn't fuck up till the end of the season.
Yeah.
Or the second half of the season, which is what we're getting into now. But anyway, yeah, I just don't care about basketball. Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe, and I hesitate to even say this because I've done this before and regretted it every time. I don't learn from my mistakes, Sea-Dog. Maybe we'll do an ACC show bracket challenge.
Well, we have the losers bracket.
Yeah, the losers bracket.
Do you still have that?
Let me look. I might. That was funny.
It was.
Let me look.
Very well in the past, but
I don't think I do though. I think whenever I cleaned out my OBS, I might have got rid of it because it was a couple years old.
Yeah.
I know it was labeled toilet, so let me see if I can find toilet on here.
I think I have it still in my files.
You can, if you still have it, just send it to me, and we can do that again. So explain to them exactly what that was. Now, now, listen, we're still almost 2 months away from that, but whatever.
Yeah, it's probably in an email still, but yep, here it is. Losers bracket. It's an email I sent to you 2 years ago. Here, I'll just forward it back to you.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm not gonna pull it up.
But yeah, so it was the ACC show losers bracket, and we basically, since neither of us knows anything about freaking basketball, we the rules of the thing were you had to have the worst bracket was the winner. And
yeah, which is funny because when you sit down to do a normal bracket, you're obviously trying to pick the winners, right? And you do terrible. Well, most people do terrible. Sitting down trying to pick the loser of every game is just as hard, maybe even more hard or harder than picking the winners.
Yeah.
Of the games. You know what I should do? I think I made the joke last time. For the losers bracket, I should just pick who I think is going to win, and I might have a better chance of winning than if I picked who I think is going to lose the losers bracket.
Yeah.
That's going to be my strategy this year.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll come up with that and try to find a way to get you guys all involved so you can join the losers bracket and then maybe come up with some sort of fun prize or something. For the loser / winner, the ultimate loser.
The biggest loser got the prize, and then the winner, actually, whoever had the best bracket, gets banned from the challenge next year. I think.
Yeah. Whoever gets the most games right, you're banned from playing next year. Speaking of basketball. Again, I'm going to be in Vegas next week, so there's not much to bet on right now. First of all, if you could fit what I know about college basketball into a thimble, shrink down that thimble about 10 times, and that's about what I know about hockey, which is the other sport that's being played right now. So the only thing I could really bet on that I can actually watch while I'm there and bet on it and root on it is college basketball. And that's because the NFL playoffs are on, but I'm going to be there from Monday through Friday. There's no games on Monday through Friday, so I won't be able to bet on that. So I'll need some help from some of you guys in the chat on some of you basketball aficionados to help me make some picks while I'm in Vegas. So I'll let you guys know. I'll probably go live a couple times while I'm there, and or make some videos and post them and get some bad advice from all you people in the chat about how to lose my money at the sports book at the Flamingo on basketball. So, I know this is the ACC show and everything, but it takes a lot to leave me speechless, Sea-Dog.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen the latest Sleeta video?
No, I haven't. I was just cracking up the other day that at his one of his community posts.
Which one? I mean, every community post he makes is it's laughable.
I think we might have read it on air, didn't we? I could have sworn that we did.
I don't know what was it about.
I'll tell you, it's hilarious. Here, I got it right here.
Yeah, read it.
All right. I'm on the clock. Hang on.
You guys, this might be the most. I hate to even use this word because it's for the millennials. The cringiest video I've ever seen, and that's saying something because I've seen some cringy videos, especially from him. This one takes the cake times 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed it.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead and play it while I find this community.
All right. Without further ado, let me pull it up real quick. Luckily, I have it queued up because I am a professional.
Oh, here, never mind. I have it queued up too. All right.
So you see right there, that's the thumbnail. Hold on. Let me do this. This is the thumbnail, and the title of the video is "The Type of Women That Are Looking at Me at the Gym." Now, first of all, for those of you who don't know, Sleeta is a sports. He was a Atlanta sports YouTuber who's recently changed the format of his channel to a fitness channel. Although I think his new name is Sports Live and Fitness in the ATL. So I guess he covers sports and fitness.
Sports Live in the ATL Fitness and Sports channel.
Yeah, there you go. But the title of this video is "The Type of Women That Are Looking at Me at the Gym." Here you go. Enjoy, if that's even possible.
And my husband and I own the Village Bakery located in Hayden, Idaho. TikTok has helped me become an advocate
This
for
is
those
something
with
here.
different abilities. It's allowing us to show what acceptance looks
I might have
like
to stop
for
a couple
the
times
bakery.
and be the peanut gallery. I can't. I won't be able to help myself.
Sports Live in the ATL here. Sports and fitness, or fitness and sports. Like, comment, subscribe. This video right here is a fitness video. It's not so much the workout, even though, look at that, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Jax, I'm telling you, it is doing. Just got to get to the gym, look good, do your thing. Look, my compression shirt, always got to make sure that's on point. Straighten that out. But anyways, all right, I digress. The point of this video right here is, if you followed my fitness stuff throughout the last 4 or 5 months or so, I've been talking about female attention, in certain areas. Now, this one right here is, I want to talk about the type of women that I've noticed that are looking at me a lot at the gym. A couple are talking to me here.
First of all,
having a little intro.
You know this new craze and sort of controversy that's going on in gyms with women recording themselves working out, right? And then they get mad when guys look at them, and then the guys get mad at them because they're being caught in the recording. Like, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So, but Sleet, he doesn't record himself. Well, maybe he does. I don't know. I don't really watch his channel. The reason I even watched this video in the first place is because I saw the title of it, and I had to click on it when I saw the title. So maybe he does record himself in the gym. I don't know. But this is the guy in the gym, if you're a woman, that is super creepy.
Conversations, but nothing is really done by me. Okay, I'll tell you exactly what I do. But first off, I'm going to say I am very honored, very flattered by the attention. Because again, that tells me that my body is something that the women are attracted to. And trust me, I work out hard. I go 2-3 hours, 5-6 days a week. I have a system, I got a plan and everything like that. So, it's not something, again, that's just, I'm waking up and my body's getting better. But the type of women that are looking at me at the gym a lot and my gym is very diverse. There's Hispanic, there's black, there's white, there's Asian, there's Indian. There's tall, there's short, there's skinny, there's fat, there's thick, there's defined, everything. And what I've noticed, most of the women that are looking at me are Latinas. There's some white and there's some black, but it's mainly Latina descent.
No comprende. No
area that
speaking
I'm in
English.
is Hispanic, and like I said, I love Hispanic women. I mean, I love all women of all nationalities and races. But I noticed the Hispanic women are the ones that are checking me out more. There was one today that was just eyeing me out, and I think she was with somebody. I'm not sure. There was one on a treadmill. The conversations that I have with the ladies are like this. Like, first off, I don't just, go talking to them just out of the blue. If I see ones that I've seen quite a bit and they start looking at me and noticing me, if we make eye contact, I'll just say, hey, or go like that, and they'll say something back. Or if they're working on a machine, and I see they're hitting it, I'm not going to go out of my way. But if they make eye contact with me, I'll just be like this. Good job. And they'll nod their head and say thank you. Just something simple like that. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I just wanted to tell you, man, the type of women. I mean, I've had heavy-set women looking at me, and short, tall, skinny, of every type you could think of. But to me, it's flattering. It is flattering when women find my effort appealing.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to do this video in a nice way, a little, more respectful way. But I mean,
Well, I hope none of the women that go to his gym that he sees every day see this video.
It does give me a little more motivation when I'm at the gym sometimes, I'll be doing my thing, and I'll look up. Like I said, today, this woman was staring me out when I was doing my abs nonstop.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There's another one on a treadmill. There's another one in the corner. And sometimes I actually get ready to go up and say something, but then I knock myself in the head, and I'm like, nope, don't do it.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing, yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, keep knocking yourself in the head.
And if they're interested in getting to know who I am, they will come to me. That's how it is, because too many guys, and I see it, a lot during the gym, I'll be either on the treadmill.
First of all, he keeps saying how they're looking at him. It sounds to me like he's looking at them, and they catch him looking at them. He's like, there's one on the treadmill, there's one in the corner. Like, he knows where they're all at all the time.
Or in between my sets, or getting some water, or just stretching, and I'll see these guys going over and talking to these girls, and I'm like, well, I mean, that used to be me, but you're not going to get that, especially like I said, when a woman has her earbuds in, don't bother her. I never bother a woman when they got their earbuds in, and same as myself. When my earbuds are in, respect the fact that I'm just blocking everything out, because I'm there to get my body right. But it is very flattering, and who knows?
He can't be serious, right? I mean, I know that he is, which is kind of sad, but there's no fucking way.
On the road, but I mean, I'm just at the gym for myself first, to get in the best shape that I could possibly get in, and obviously I am. I love it. And I don't hide the fact that I love it. I walk around.
Yeah, clearly.
I'll look in the mirror, not per se to, get attention, but I mean,
yeah, right.
I want to see how it's going, especially with my abs. I look in the mirror a lot with my abs. I lean over. I don't pick up my shirt or anything, but
what?
No, please don't do it.
How's it going? If I've lost some, or the toneness of it, or whatever, and I can feel it. But I feel great.
Don't worry, it's almost over, guys.
It's just, and I love the attention. Who doesn't love attention? The best attention is legit, sincere attention, and I really believe that these women are giving me legit, sincere attention. But if you're interested, you're gonna have to come my way. Because I'm there for
ladies.
One reason, and that is to get in shape. So that's all I wanted to say, everybody. I hope everybody, if you're into fitness, please comment below. I always love fitness questions, and tell me how things are at your gym.
All right, I've had enough of that.
Jeez.
I mean,
Oh my God. Wow.
Casket!
oh wow.
Oh man. That's something else right there. Did you ever wind up seeing the music videos they made about him?
The music videos.
Yeah. I've told you about them a couple times. You never did go look at them?
Who made about them?
So they're made by the Uvu guys.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen them.
I know you aren't a fan of them, but I mean,
yeah,
they are hilarious.
Okay, well,
They roast the absolute shit out of them.
I'll entertain it. How do I find it?
Here, I've got the.
Hold on, let me do this.
I've got the channel link here. There's like
the channel link.
Yeah,
I don't think I can click it.
Really?
Well, you can try. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can click it though. In studio.
Okay. Here, can I put it in the StreamYard private chat?
Yeah, that might work.
I'll let you pick the video. There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Okay.
It's like. Oh
yeah, I see them.
There's several hits. There's Weirdo Down the Block.
Okay.
There's Shame on You. And there's a new one about his fitness journey.
Where's that at?
It's their newest video.
The newest one says Run and Hide.
Run and Hide, yeah.
Oh, that's it?
Yep.
Which is the funniest one? Because I'm not going to watch more than one of them.
I don't know. Maybe Weirdo Down the Block or Weirdo Down the Block is about how he's creepy with women. Shame on You is about how he shames people for not donating to his channel. and I'm assuming this Run and Hide one is about his fitness journey. So it's quite.
All right. I'm going to do Weirdo Down the Block.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that one.
Today's my birthday, so I'm doing fabulous. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. So what do I get?
A sing song.
Oh my God, sing song, is that it?
That's it.
That's all. It's quite all right. I'll deal with the sing song.
A sing song?
Yes.
Great. Awesome.
Can you explain what a sing song is, actually?
We sing happy birthday to you.
You don't have to, but I appreciate it though. Can you sing?
Not for bad. I can try.
So no American Idol or anything like that, huh?
No. Not that bad.
Okay. And your name is?
Amelia.
Amelia, okay.
Can I get started with something that you guys?
What do you got?
Are you looking for alcohol beverages?
My birthday, what do you think?
We have Pepsi products, and then our drinks are right here. But if you wanted a beer, we have on draft. We have Modelo, Aggies, Bud Light, Michelob, Yingling.
Bud Light.
Bud Light,
Yes.
16 ounce or 25?
It's my birthday and I'm not driving. What do you think?
25.
Yes, sounds good. Thank you. Yes, great. It's a great number. Thank
Friend zoned again. Guess it's right back to the bullpen. I'm too damn good for all these women. Guess I'm gonna have to turn to men. Still jerk off into a cum sock. My confidence is hard as a rock. My neighbors run and hide just as fast as they can when they see me coming down the block. I'm a confident man running round town with my Bud Light can. I'm the weirdo down the block. Yes, I'm the weirdo down the block. She said I was a creep. Guess it's back to beating my meat. Watching those late night Skinamax movies on my 70s TV. I don't want to make that call. The one that ends with balls in my mouth. Down on my knees, yeah. Things don't always go according to plans. So don't hate on me when I wind up with the dick stuck in my ass. Alright, I know what I did on the first time. I totally fucked that one up. I came off a little too soft. So this time I know I'm going in more aggressive. I'm gonna bag this one. You watch this. So I was at the park the other day and I noticed this smoking hot chick checking me out. Watch this. Excuse me, miss. Sir, if you do not back the fuck away from me right now, I'm gonna shoot you right between the eyes, you fucking horse-toothed loser.
What the fuck?
Struck out again. Fuck. Think I'm about ready to make the jump. You know what I mean? Dipshit in the ATL. Where you hiding? Come ring my bell. Dipshit in the ATL. Can't buy luck with a female. Begging for some donations. I need a little compensation. Dipshit in the ATL. Stuck out here in YouTube hell. Catch these words of wisdom from a man who still jacks into a sock. With ears like Captain Spock. Yes, I'm the weirdo down the block. Alright, I've done struck out. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Let me call Where You Hiding up. See what he's got going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Cringe just singing. It sounds like him.
Bud. Hey, sweetie. I mean, bud. What's going on? Yeah, I talked to some females this week. Yeah, it went well. The second one really showed interest. I think that one's got potential. But we'll see. I'm a pretty busy man, you know. Writing everything. Yeah. Hey, what are you doing tonight? Cool. You want to come watch the Braves game with me? Yeah, that's no problem. Don't worry about that. No problem at all. I've got the Bud Lights. You just come on over and wear something revealing. Oh, yeah. And please don't wear those button-up pants again. Lord knows those things are tight. All right. See you in a little while, baby. I mean, bud.
Well, they actually made a funny video. I'll give them that.
It's great, isn't it?
They attempted to make a channel about me. That lasted all of 2 weeks.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. They did one. They did a channel about me. They did a channel about Uncle Lou. I think they've done it about several people. But they weren't that funny. They were just well, they were terrible. Is what they were. I guess they moved on because no one watched it.
Yeah.
So, but
I didn't know that, but man, these videos crack me up. They have a few on Chess and a few on Selena, and they roast these shit out of them.
I mean, look. Hold on. Here we go. I'm sorry. I got to do it.
That happened to me. This woman that I liked for a year or so, I invited her to hang out with my friends at a camping trip in the mountains in 2009 or 10, was it? And she wound up just basically, when we got there, walking around, basically ignoring me. And I drove up there, by the way, with her and in my car. And she wound up making out and fucking some dude in the same tent that I was sleeping. I was like, yeah, that is tough. I was like, yeah, that is tough. That was the worst feeling I ever had. I mean, I've had feelings where I've been attracted to other women, talking to them, and I know they're probably out screwing with other guys, but that's their right. I can't control it. We're not dating. But that was the worst feeling, is to have a woman that I was really attracted to and really liked drive up with me to the mountains for a camping trip, hiking trip, and then she fucked some dude like just that she met during the day. And that pissed.
I gotta say, if there's anything I admire about Sleeta is the zero amount of fucks that he gives. I mean,
you couldn't torture that information out of me.
I know, right?
You know.
Oh my God.
You couldn't torture it.
Oh man. Well, and all of this. Welcome to the off season, everybody.
Yeah, the off season.
You know, some people like the off season better than they like the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what it's like.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Only 8 more months of this. Buckle up.
Yeah. No. I've only been on YouTube 3 years, but this is like my fifth off season.
Huh?
I came during an off season, so this will be my fifth off season.
Oh.
Yep. But
in all that sleet of fodder, I forgot to acknowledge the chat. So let's see who's in here. The StreamYard is open, by the way, if anybody wants to come on and tell us about how great your basketball team is, or who you picked up out the transfer portal. I do have some questions for C-Dog about college football, though, so there is that. Well, Defoe is here. Right. Matt Dummett. We'll see Defoe in a couple weeks. As far as I know, the only normal, when I say normal, I don't mean normal. I mean regular. None of us are normal. The only regular attendee of the Slob Olympics that's not coming is Raj. And
he's not coming?
No.
Why not?
It's a long story. The best thing I could tell you to do is go listen to the morning show for Uncle Lou today. He had Raj on.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
Damn. I'm gonna miss
he's okay and everything. It's just he's going through some stuff, so he can't make it, unfortunately. He still is planning on wanting to do something this summer. Well, the best thing for you to go is to go listen to it. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
But as far as I know, he's the only one that normally comes that's not coming. Yeah. And then we've got a bunch of other, a whole bunch of actually people that are coming for the first time. So that's good news.
Okay.
So, where was I at? Oh, 3rd and 8. Let the big dog eat. Realistic one. Nature Boy. Nature Boy is one of the ones that's coming that hasn't been before.
He was here. Yeah.
He came to the softball game.
To the game. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of count those as the same thing, but yeah.
The Uncle Lou is in here. Ballard Sports. Another one that's coming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At Ballard in real life.
Ballard and I heard through the grapevine that Ballard and his grandmother are coming.
I've met her.
Hell
too.
yeah.
I met her too.
Yeah. How? Well, it's. Never mind. Do you think they pack up in the middle of the night and leave? He doesn't even get to see Saturday, or what?
Yes, I do.
I hope Ballard really like prepped his grandma for what she's about to witness.
Yeah, they're gonna be on the way back. Like, why did you take me there?
Nick DTV. Baylor man, Jeremy Garland, Roger Dodger is in the house. Joel Rucker, what do you think about Clemson running games next season? Do you think Maffa? I can't even read what he said. Exumio will be good next year. Oh yeah, so that's some of the other. I was about to talk about that. I'll talk about that in a minute. Let me get through this. Slim Shady Canes is here. Big Barney Ross, Pete McGaha. K.E. Wahoo Brad. Neo is in the house. Zona Tucson 93. Tar Heels for life. Yeah. Are you guys like closet North Carolina fans now?
What?
I mean, Jeff Collins.
Bro. Yeah. Do you like NC State all of a sudden?
Hell no.
I think so.
No.
Same answer.
Carlos 2 is here. Young Seminole. There's a Seminole, man. I was asking for him. Mike Luca, Billy Cole. Twisted Rooster. Ray Bob. Ray Bob. Timmy B. Jay Shipes. Hey, Jay, you still at Hufferbilly's house?
What?
Yeah, he's been living with Hufferbilly for like the past 3 weeks. I said living with him.
More.
He's remodeling Hufferbilly's. I don't know what he's doing actually. he's doing something.
It's been more like 3 months. I mean, he's got squatters' rights at this point.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna have to get a 30-day notice before Hufferbilly can kick him out by law. There's Hufferbilly to chat. Ghost of Rubber Nose, Mrs. Peete, and Little Whitey is him. And, of course I can't forget Traveling Fools. There you go. If I miss your name, it wasn't on purpose. It's because I'm basically retarded. So yes, one of the guys was asking in the chat about the running game for Clemson next year. Phil Maffa is officially coming back, which we already knew that. I think the deadline to enter the draft a couple of days ago or yesterday. I think. Do you guys know?
It was yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. So he never filed papers, so he'll be back, and he'll be obviously running back number 1. I don't really think that's breaking news to anybody because I don't know. I mean, I figured if Will Shipley declared for the draft, which he did, that Maffa would come back.
Yeah. Will he be like the top back in the ACC? Like, who are the other really good backs?
Well, the problem with saying that now is that the transfer portal has another opening in the spring. So
that's true.
Yeah, we just don't know.
Well, Jamal Haynes will run circles around him, so
Jamal Haynes is tough.
I mean, I think Phil Maffa would have been a late round pick if he went out this year. He could, if he has a great season next year and racks up a bunch of yards and stuff and plays well and stays healthy, he could significantly move up the board. Now, is he going to be a first round pick? I'm not claiming that, but he could definitely, improve his draft stock if he has a good season next year. So that's why he's coming back.
Have you had anyone hit the portal and then say, actually, nah, I'm committed to the team now? I'm withdrawing my name from the portal.
I can't think of one off the top of my head. No.
We've had that happen.
We've had 2 players that have done that.
Who?
Ternelius Tatum, linebacker, is coming back. Yeah.
Oh, our shittiest freaking linebacker. No wonder.
No, he's not our shittiest, but
well, not any. Well, he is now that Malal is gone.
Damn.
You know what that means, right? That means he hit the portal and got 0 interest from anybody, so he decided to stay.
Yeah, he's our starting linebacker this year.
C-Dog, tell him what that guy said about Jamie Felix. He hit the portal and withdrew his name. Tell him what someone commented when he announced he was.
Someone commented on his Instagram account and said this dude entered the portal and got offered a $100 Panera Bread gift card from McKee State. And he was like, you know what? I'm going to choose the Georgia Tech education. and that what's funny is the player commented on it, and he was like, he commented, I forget what he commented. It was just something.
It was like a crying, laughing emoji or something. He leaned into it, which I respect.
Which means that he's right. But, yeah.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot to bring this up. Not to change the subject back to Clemson, but real quick, because I'll forget. Trust me, I have a very short memory. Did you guys see who one of the leading candidates is to be interviewed for the Arizona job?
Is it Dabo?
No, shit. Stop it.
No.
Is it your OC?
Yeah. Yeah, Garrett Riley.
Really?
This is all a domino effect because of Saban.
Yeah.
Because, obviously Saban left and the Washington coach went there. So now the Washington job is open. Then the Arizona coach took that job. So now the Arizona job is open. So it's the dominoes falling. Now, when they originally hired Garrett Riley, my reaction was, we'll probably get him for 2 and maybe at the most 3 seasons. And that's if he does a good job at Clemson, right? I'm not saying he's just going to get a job just because he's at Clemson. I never imagined at all that it would be 1 season, especially the season that Clemson had. I mean, the worst season they've had in 12 years.
Yeah,
So-
that's curious. That I don't know. Go ahead.
No. So, but I'm not. Listen, I don't know what the other candidates are. If he'll get the job, I mean, he is. He's from Texas. He played at Texas. He's from Lubbock. He's born in Lubbock, Texas, which is where Texas Tech is. He played his college ball at Texas Tech under Mike Leach as a quarterback. He spent a lot of time coaching out in Texas and several other places too. And of course, the Arizona is going to the Big 12 this year. Now, my question for you guys is, as a non-biased person like me, as far as Clemson goes, if you're Garrett Riley, I mean, listen, clearly a head coaching job at Arizona is a better job than an offensive coordinator at Clemson. I'm not saying that. But would you hold out another year or two to get a better job than that? Now, sorry, Arizona Tucson. I know they had a great year this year, but that coach is gone.
He's never been a head coach before, right?
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, I think you take the head coaching job.
You do?
I mean, Arizona is not a bad head coaching job. Like, where are they going to end up? The Big 12?
And things are not going that good at Clemson, so I'm not so sure that how good.
Well, I mean that it's plainly obvious that you can't run your offense that you want to run at Clemson.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have to disagree with you guys on that part, but.
Well,
there is no disagreeing with that. That's plain as the nose on your face.
Yeah.
Dabo said it.
He said
We're not running the Garrett Riley offense. We're running the Clemson offense.
Well, that's just coach speak that every coach says.
But he's right. He's telling you.
I mean, is there a huge difference in play calling from last year? No, not really.
Okay. Well, he had a first time starting quarterback with a new system, and you guys might not be able to tell the difference in the offense from the year before to this year, but there was a huge difference. It just wasn't executed well. But I mean, I don't think it's an indictment on Garrett Riley the way that Cade Klubnik performed this year.
That's not at all what I'm talking about.
Okay. What are you talking about?
I understand the difference between execution and the plays that are being called. You are seeing it not in the same order, not to any same frequency, obviously, because you're going to have difference from coordinator to coordinator. But you have the same offense you had the previous year when Riley wasn't there. Whole lot of screens.
Yeah, well, yeah, a lot of the same outcome, but it definitely wasn't the same offense.
Well, we'll just agree to disagree.
Yeah, I guess we will. So you're saying if they offer him the job, he should take it at Arizona?
Yeah, I think he should.
Because if he fails at Arizona, then he's right back where he started. So I guess there's really no harm, no foul there.
Yeah.
And look at Manny Diaz. I mean, if he does good being an offensive coordinator again, he'll get another shot.
But if he's successful at Clemson and you know what? Here's what I told my father-in-law earlier today. I said if I were him, I would have my eyes on the Florida job because I don't think that Billy Napier is going to be there for more than one more year. And if he has a great season at Clemson, he'll be. Well, I'm not saying he'll be the top candidate, but he'll be in the conversation. So, Florida is a 10 times better job than Arizona. We can agree on that, right? I know Slim won't agree on it, but
that don't change if he goes to Arizona, though, right? I mean, it would look bad if he went 1-1-1, but he could still be the head coach at Arizona, kill it, and go to Florida.
Yeah. It's hard, though.
I think Florida's got other things in mind. Like I said, to me, Lane Kiffin makes so much sense at Florida, it's not even funny.
Lane's not leaving Ole Miss anytime soon.
I don't think so. I think there's cap at Ole Miss.
Well, there was some of you may have seen this on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. Did you see the video that was leaked of the recording of Lane Kiffin on the phone with his agent about the Alabama job?
No. What was that?
It's pretty good. I don't know who recorded it. It might have been him or somebody that was in the room with him. But basically what he said was he's yelling at his agent, kind of. He said, look, man, he said, I've told you time and time and time again that the Ole Miss is where I want to be. I don't want to leave. I'm not going to Alabama. I'm not going anywhere else until they fire me. Or if they fire me.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't blame him. He's already a top 5 highest paid coach. Like, he's going to have more leniency at Ole Miss than one of these other places. Like, he's fine there.
I've said that. Look, there's a handful of jobs, and Lane Kiffin fits into this category. I think Lane Kiffin, Mike Gundy. Who else am I thinking of here? There's 3 or 4 coaching jobs where you're not expected to win your conference every year. You can go 8-4 or 9-3, and they'll praise you for it. If you win 10 games, and hell, you're a hero. And they're just not going to fire you unless you just are a total dumpster fire. And so, as far as I'm concerned, Lane Kiffin could coach at Ole Miss for the remainder of his career and not get fired. He could coach there for 20 years.
Yeah, but see, you're talking about how things have been. 12-team playoff is going to change all that. If he doesn't make a 12-team playoff after back-to-back 10-win seasons, yeah, there's going to be heat on him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If he were to take the Florida job and doesn't do, he could have a couple of 8-win seasons and they'll fire him. That's not going to happen at Ole Miss. You know, same thing with Mike Gundy at Oklahoma State.
I mean, I keep getting told he's this great coach, so, I mean, that's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either. I mean, they'll definitely be preseason top 10, maybe top 5. Now, where they finish there, I don't know, but I think it's a very good chance. If I had to bet right now that whether or not they'd finish the season, the regular season and conference championship in the top 12, I think that they will. I think a 3-loss team in the SEC will get in next year. And I think that's about where they're going to be, 2 or 3 losses.
I don't see a 3-loss team getting in.
Oh, you're going to?
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, you're going to because of automatic bids, but that'll be it.
No, you'll see a 3-loss SEC. You probably see a 3-loss SEC team and a 3-loss Big Ten team get in there.
Doubtful.
I mean, Slim, the math doesn't math because if you have 12 teams in the Power 5, and I know one of those slots goes to the Group of 5, right? Is that the case?
Not necessarily. I mean, I guess yes, because it's still the 6th highest ranked conference champion. So I guess in essence, yeah.
Yeah, but even with 11, let's eliminate.
Well, hang on. What people are leaving out, and I hear this all the time. The Pac-12 has a clause. They have 2 years to get enough teams to rebuild that conference. So Oregon State and Washington State, one of those 2 still gets an automatic bid every year.
How?
By winning the Pac-12.
How do you win the Pac-12? There isn't a conference.
They have a 2-year grace period to rebuild it, so they still get.
Yeah, but there's no conference championship game. You can't win a conference if you don't have a conference championship game.
Why can't you?
So what you're telling me is, if both those teams go 6-6, that one of them's getting the playoff with 6 losses.
One of them will, and actually they do play each other, so that'll be a de facto.
Now in the season starting.
No, I don't think so because they have a 2-year period where they can get enough teams to come back into that conference.
I need confirmation on this. So you're telling me?
I've seen it.
You're telling me that one of those 2 teams is going to the playoffs no matter what?
Yep.
They got a 50-50 shot of making the playoffs in the next 2 years?
I don't know if I believe that.
Man.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I can't see it.
I didn't until I did see it in black and white. That's when I believed it.
Okay. Well.
I was like, that didn't make any sense to me either. But because they have a quote-unquote what's called a grace period to try and get enough teams to join that conference to reform the Pac-12.
So you're telling me, so Notre Dame's independent. Yep. So if Notre Dame goes 11-1, 10-2, or somewhere around there, and again, I don't know if they will. I'm just saying hypothetically.
They'll be in.
They're on the bubble in the 12. That one of the 2 Pac-12 teams will get in ahead of them.
No, I think they'll be ranked plenty high enough to get in.
Yeah, but the way it is now, you could be a 6-loss Pac-12 champ and make the playoffs automatically.
Yeah, because they get an automatic bid, sure.
But they won't
Even if that's how it's written, I'm sure they would change it. There's no way other conferences would allow.
There's not going to be a Pac-12 championship game.
Okay.
They'd have to be one of the at-large bids based on their record.
There wasn't a Big 12 championship game until like 5 years ago.
Yeah, and they had to get in based on, but there was no automatic bids 5 years ago. They had to get in based on their ranking.
There was no automatic bids last year.
No, right.
Yeah, but in a 12-team playoff, 6 conference champs get an automatic bid.
But they're not going to have a conference championship game.
That doesn't mean there's not a conference champion.
Yeah. Yeah, there does. There's no conference. I mean, the Pac-12's gone.
I'm just telling you, they have a grace period, which is why I don't think you're going to see anything change until the contract's up in 25.
They should have a conference championship game and make a big deal.
Now what we
that would be hilarious if they did.
The off season is them basically take, which I think may happen. All you need to have another power conference is a vote from the conference commissioners. Could they do that to the Mountain West? Yeah, well, yeah, they could.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction right now. I know you read what you read, and I'm not saying you're wrong about what you read. Neither one of those teams are getting in the playoffs. Let's go ahead. That's my prediction. I don't know how something's going to change between now and then. There's just no way they're going to let a 6-7 win team in the playoffs when there's.
And I'm not saying something won't change between now and then. I'm just saying as it sits right now, that's what it is. And it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be a 6-7 win team. They're playing a mostly Mountain West conference schedule, so they're probably going to blow through that.
Yeah, so that's the other question. Will they allow them to be eligible for the Mountain West championship game? Now that might be the way they get in if they get grandfathered into that conference as far as the championship game is concerned, which wouldn't be fair to the Mountain West, but it is what it is.
My understanding of it is no. Yeah, my understanding of it is no. They're basically they're playing the Mountain West like Notre Dame plays the ACC. It's like a de facto Mountain West.
It's like 5 games.
Yeah.
So the Pac-12 champion is guaranteed a spot in.
Yep.
But not the Mountain West. So what happens if they do a merge? What happens in that scenario?
Well,
that's kind of what I see happening in the offseason is basically the conference commissioners vote to make the Mountain West a power conference, and those 2 teams just end up joining that conference.
It seems to me like they'd try to vote them out of it rather than letting them.
Well, they can't. That contract's already done.
Is the Power 5 even an official designation? Like, isn't that just something we talk about as fans?
Well, it is an official designation as far as the playoffs are concerned because they say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's true.
And the power conferences are just voted on by the conference commissioners.
Which this you know what, this might end up being a blessing in disguise in the long run because I don't know how you guys feel about it, but the group of 5 should have had their own playoffs a long time ago.
Yes.
And maybe this is the fast track to doing that because it just won't make any sense. It doesn't make sense for them to be automatically grandfathered in to the playoffs, especially if there's teams that are clearly better than them, have a better record than them, that get left out just because they get the automatic bid.
That's why I said this 12-team playoff ain't going to change shit.
And we've also seen how whenever the group of 5 does get in the playoffs, exactly how that plays out. And it doesn't play out well.
I mean, yeah, does anybody think, because this year it would have been Liberty, does anybody think Liberty would have stood a chance?
Not likely, but I don't know.
Did Peete get his eating disorder fixed? What are you talking about?
HPP's on one, dude.
I'm still trying to figure out what he means. Cincinnati did all right. Yeah, I mean, look, they weren't terrible, but...
I mean, there was no point in that game where Alabama wasn't in control of it.
Right. Look, it's just... look, they can put one group of 5 team in there automatically, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hell, it could be half of the field if you want to. They're not winning a title. They're not fighting their way through the playoffs and winning a title. It's just not going to happen. It's next to impossible.
Yeah,
And see, I think you're gonna see scenarios too where teams, and I'll just use Georgia for an example, are vying for that spot where they end up playing a group of 5. That way they can rest all their starters for that game, put in all their second stringers, and get them a full game experience in case they need them throughout the playoffs.
Well, that, and I don't know if y'all have ever discussed this, but possibly a team sitting out their conference championship.
Well, yeah, that's a definite possibility. When you say sitting out, you mean just like resting your starters?
Yeah, just not caring whether you win.
Whether you win or lose, yeah.
Or dropping a game and not caring if you make your conference title game.
That's why I think it was a good idea for the way they did it, as far as doing the first round bye and the home field first round games for the other ones, because at least it gives them something to play for. Now, if it comes down to if you're not gonna get a bye or a home game on campus, then yeah, like what's the difference if you're 6th or 8th? It doesn't really matter at that point.
No, and you don't have to play an extra game.
It'll be interesting to see how. I mean, it's like it's an experiment in real time.
Well, we already know how it's going to work. It's going to work the same way that it works in the NFL. I don't know why anybody would expect any different.
Yeah, it'll be a little different though. I mean, tell me what you mean by it'll be the same as the NFL.
Well, you'll see a bunch of strategy. Like I said, not caring if you drop a game, not caring if you won your division or, in this case, conference.
There's really only a small group, though. So if you go into conference championship week and you are ranked 5th, so here's how it goes. 1 and 2 get a bye, right?
I'm not sure.
1 through 4 get a bye.
1 through 4 get a bye.
Yes.
And the on-campus games go for what, 5 and 6?
Where is this laid out? Let's just pull it up.
Yeah, because I don't think the first 4 teams get a bye. Top 4 get a bye. Okay.
Yeah, top 4 get 1 through 4 get a bye.
And then there's 2 teams in the first round that get a on-campus game. So that leaves 7, 8, and maybe 9 where that would be important, as far as it doesn't matter if they lose or not. The conference champion, they'll probably still get in the top 12. So it's only 3. It's really only about 2 or 3 teams out of that 12 where the conference championship won't necessarily matter if they lose or not.
Well, and we keep focusing on the top 12. I mean, Liberty wasn't in the top 12. So, I mean, that's a team ranked at 25 that's going to be in. That's why I said at that with the automatic bids, rankings kind of matter less.
Well, I mean, it matters. It matters for the teams that are on the bubble, and there'll be at least 4 of them. It's going to be worse than the 4-team playoff as far as the discussion of who gets in or not. It's going to be way worse. Just watch. Because there's not really much of a discussion. Like, nobody's sitting around saying that the 9th-ranked team this year should have been in the playoffs, right? But when it comes to the 12-team playoff, 13, probably all the way to 20, you'll have teams that are ranked 17th and 18th to end the season making a claim that they should have been number 12. So there's going to be more teams that are bitching about not getting in the playoffs than in the 4-team playoff. Because
I mean, at least the one thing it will work out though is at the very least win your conference and you're in. There's no question about that.
Right.
It solves that, but like HBP says, any team after top 4 is screwed, unless it's your team, I imagine. Or do you think Georgia would have been screwed this year at 5?
Well, no, they'd have been in. And I mean, whoever they played, like I said, and using them as an example earlier, whoever they played, they could have rested all their starters against and breezed through the game with their second stringers.
But he's saying any team not in the top 4 is screwed in the 12-team playoff.
Yeah, that's what HBP said.
I don't necessarily think you're screwed not having a first round bye.
Well, I mean, it's an obvious advantage, but screwed, I think, is the wrong word.
Yeah.
Which is why I think it's good that they did that, because at least if it comes down, that eliminates the top probably 6 teams going into that week from sitting out the game, because they want that bye, because it's a huge advantage to be able to rest your players for a week.
Yeah, for sure.
So they were smart by doing that. That saves a lot of issues right there. But there's only so much you can do. There's still going to be. I'm telling you, just wait.
I would argue that point, because you going into the playoffs, Texas was the hottest team. They had a month off, and I'm sure that killed the momentum they had going.
I think after a long season, healing up your players is more important than keeping the quote-unquote momentum going.
I don't know. Momentum is a lot in football, and like I said, you can also
in a game.
You can also play your starters for a quarter in the first round game, and then, like I said, you're gonna be, if you're on that 5, 6, right in there, 7. Well, okay, you're playing a Liberty or somebody like that who's barely getting in. Are you gonna need to play your starters?
Well, I'll tell you what else it doesn't solve is how are injuries, opt-outs, and these kinds of things going to affect where you're ranked in the 12-team playoff, aside from because do the auto qualifiers get ranked 1 through 4 automatically, or no?
Well, it's just like it's been now. They're going to they're just going to rank them 1 through 12, and the top 4 will be the ones that get the bye.
Well, see, I don't think so. I think they're not going to move. Like, use this year as an example.
Well, it's the highest ranked conference champion. So
are they going to bump Liberty up from 25 into the top 12? No, they're not.
No, but the highest ranked the 4 highest ranked conference championship teams in the Power 5 are going to be 1 through 4. I don't see there's not a scenario where a group of 5 teams is going to be in the top 4. I don't think. Right.
I would agree, unless they, like, I could see it happening in a situation like UCF at that point, where if they've gone and basically undefeated for 2 whole seasons and won their game in between, I could see it in that situation, but that's it.
Mike Luca, thank you for the super chat. You would never sit out a conference title, no auto bid. Eye test would in theory still matter. Lay an egg and drop. Can't gamble it only to be 1 and 2. Well, as far as sitting out a conference title, I don't think you're going to see that from the players, but we're talking more about a coaching strategy as far as resting your players. I don't know if I quite understand what he's saying there. Do you?
Is he saying there shouldn't be an auto bid and you should use the eye test for 1 through 12?
No, I think what he's saying is, and I could see that working out this year, if I'm understanding what he's saying right, that if you lose your conference championship game, we have no frame of reference on how far they'll drop somebody.
Well, it'll depend on what the other teams do too. That's the thing.
It will.
Yeah. I mean, we saw teams that lost their last game of the year drop significantly 4 or 5 spots. So that if you're coming into that ranked 7th in the country and you lose the game, then you might drop out of the top 12.
That's why I say you may see people drop a game somewhere in the season to not even worry about it.
I don't think anybody's losing a game on purpose during the regular season. That's just silly.
Okay. You think an 11-1 Georgia will be left out of a 12-team playoff?
No.
It doesn't make the SEC championship game.
No, but I also don't think that Georgia is just going to say, you know what, we don't need to win this game against Missouri, so fuck it, we'll just lose to them. That's not happening. I mean, there's no team with title hopes that's just like willing to lose a game.
Okay. You're thinking on how it's been up to this point. It's all changing.
Well, that is true.
I do agree that there's definitely going to be some unforeseen consequences. and there probably will still be opt-outs. That opt-out thing needs to be fixed with NIL. It needs to be like some kind of contract or something.
Well, that is solely on the NIL. Whoever,
Right.
yeah, they need to fix that.
I was hoping that it would have done it already, but like get some value out of your damn deal. And
And AD can correct it, but nobody wants to be that dickhead.
Can
Well-
an AD correct it though? I'm not really sure how NIL works. 100%.
Well, it's the Wild West. Nobody knows how it works. So, here's what I know, and what I know. Believe me, I could be completely wrong about this, but the way I understand it is there's businesses, whether they're real or fake. That's a whole other conversation.
Right.
That contribute money into the NIL collective. So most of these schools have collectives, right? So they pile up the money. Then they offer this money to certain players that they want. So to me, it would be up to whoever is ponying up that money, whatever LLC or corporation is actually donating money to the collective, to say, hey, this money that we're giving you to dole out to whatever players you're trying to get is under the contingency that they don't sit out a game and don't quit on the bowl games and whatever. And put that in some sort of contract. But right now, I think they're just giving the money and letting the schools do with the money with what they please. And the school is not going to tell the player that, because first of all, it's not their money. I mean,
they control it kind of.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
there's like a
actually,
proxy of it.
Well, no, actually, the schools don't, and legally they can't. Otherwise, you're going to get in trouble. And I wonder how many quote unquote businesses are actually donating to collectives. I think the businesses more or less are the ones that do have contracts with each individual player, and the collective is just the Joe Schmoes like us that donate into the collective.
So there are two ways to do it. Is this like a good time to bring up like what happened with Florida State?
Yeah, what happened to Florida State?
Didn't they get some NIL knock?
Oh, they did. They're
Oh, yeah,
NIL rules.
jeez.
Dude, and that was the quickest punishment I've ever seen come down from the NCAA.
And this just proves exactly why the NCAA is completely inept and unuseful at this point, because the NCAA, whenever this all started with the NIL, when California made it legal for name, image, and likeness, and there was a domino effect across the country. And the NCAA specifically said when all this started happening, we don't want anything to do with that. This is state legislation. If your state says it's legal, then we're going to stay out of it. We don't want to be a legislative branch as far as NIL goes. Well, fast forward to 2023. Now they're handing out penalties to Florida State for giving a guy a ride to a meeting. They're treating it like recruiting.
I'm reading right from the NCAA website. It said a Florida State assistant coach violated NCAA rules when he facilitated an impermissible recruiting contact between a transfer prospect and a booster. According to an agreement released by Division I Committee of Infractions, during the contact, the booster encouraged the prospect to enroll at Florida State and offered NIL deal as a recruiting inducement. Isn't that what everyone does?
Yes, it's exactly what everyone does. And that is not the violation, because again, like you said, everybody does that and they do it openly. It's the fact that the team provided a car for the player to go have that meeting, which is just stupid.
So it's like, okay, like you robbed a bank, but you sped on the way there, and we're going to get you for speeding, kind of.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't. If the NCAA was serious about cracking down on NIL, they could probably get virtually every school in the country who's paying NIL in some sort of violation. I don't know why they singled out Florida State. Now, look, I hate Florida State as much as the next guy, but it seems to me as if they are for some reason being targeted by the NCAA. I don't know if it's because of their them sort of being outlaws as far as trying to leave the ACC and embarrassing the NCAA. I don't know what the reason is, but it's clear. Look, do you really think that everything around the country with all the money that's being thrown around, millions and millions of dollars at some of these schools for some of these players, everything is on the up and up, but Florida State violated it? You got to be kidding me. I don't buy that for a fucking second.
Well, there's been coaches that have come out and said, hey, they offered my kid this much money. He's not in the portal. I mean, Lincoln Riley goes to USC. Caleb Williams follows him over there. You don't think they didn't have a conversation before he hit the portal? Just technically against the rules? Come on.
Well, that's going to be even harder to prove in that case because
it's going to be impossible to prove.
Well, Caleb Williams was at Oklahoma with Lincoln Riley.
Lou says just don't cheat. Okay, but again, you're under the assumption that Florida State's the only one doing what they did and not Georgia or not anybody, not Alabama, not Ohio State, not USC. Of course they are.
Georgia's been paying players since before it was cool.
All I'm saying is fairly enforce the rules or don't have rules.
Well, that's why the NIL thing is so hard to legislate, is because it's law. It's not, you know.
Yeah, and look what Missouri just did. Missouri just passed a state law. Now high school players can receive NIL deals.
Wow.
Yeah, they can, which is crazy. In fact, the guy who ran Georgia high school athletics resigned over paying high school kids.
And I got a notification on my ESPN app the other day. The NCAA was supposed to be having a meeting to discuss allowing schools to pay players directly.
That would be a disaster. That would be a disaster. I mean, the NIL is kind of a disaster in the making anyway, but that right there would definitely, I mean, that just gives the clear advantage to the richest schools, the biggest schools. And shit, Group of Five, cut them out completely, and a lot, and probably about 70% of the Power Five too. When you have the top 30% earners, money generators in college football, you know, just basically buying all the players. Then you do have a real NFL situation if that happens. I mean, it is the NFL at that point, and it's minor league football.
Yeah, why do you think they're like? Why Michigan and Florida State? Like they've kind of gone out of their way to crack them, especially Michigan. And I get all the stuff with Michigan. I still don't think they're the only ones doing that either, though. Maybe not to that extent.
Well, the only one got caught.
Well, no,
I mean,
Ohio State's been caught as well.
Yeah, someone hacked in or had unauthorized access to their film cut-up program. And then immediately when that broke, and I guess every team's has like a repository with Catapult, immediately Michigan State came out and said, it weren't us.
Lou, I'm not saying that Florida State shouldn't be punished if they broke a rule. What I'm saying is at least you're using the speeding ticket as a comparison. He said it should do away with speeding tickets because everybody speeds. No, but apply the speeding law equally across the board to everybody, not just one person, which they don't do. We won't even get into that.
Yeah, but like if the NCAA was law enforcement, they would only enforce speeding tickets on cars that are, you know, valued less than $100K or something.
Yeah, or only on
That's how the NCAA works.
You remember the old, I don't know if you guys remember the old rumor that used to happen back in the 80s, that you were more likely to get pulled over and get a speeding ticket if you drove a red car than any other color. So we should only give speeding tickets to red cars, yeah. I don't know. Look, it's whenever you make such a big change, whether it's the playoff system the way it is, the NIL is probably that has got to be the biggest change in the sport in my lifetime, maybe ever. I mean, can you guys think of a bigger thing that affected college football than NIL ever?
No.
So anytime something like that happens, there's going to be a period of years where it's sort of trial and error and trying to figure shit out, and things aren't going to be fair. So, I mean, there is that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's never been fair, but...
Well, and I've said this before, too. If you're just talking about, and you've said this, I mean, it's just going to come down to the richest schools are going to get everybody and win everything. Well, I mean, that's just not the case.
Well, if the schools are directly paying the players, like you said a minute ago, then yeah, it is the case. Then it's...
Well, no, listen, these players have been getting paid long before NIL, and you telling me nope? All these other schools and teams have got more money than Texas. Why doesn't Texas win everything?
Well, look what happened when NIL came out and where Texas is now. Why do you think Eddie Mitchell went to Texas out of Georgia? A lot of money. So they're reaping the benefits of that. And yeah, there were teams paying kids to play before, but you had to do it, sneaky snake. Now you don't have to worry about covering your tracks or anything.
Yeah, if that's the case, then there'll be 10 or 15 teams every year. The same 10 or 15 teams. There won't be the Cinderella stories of teams of lower classification or less money that have a great year and make the playoffs and make a run. It'll just be the top 10 or 15 richest schools gobble up all the 4 and 5 stars, and everybody else will just be basically a high school team. I mean,
Lou,
that's what'll happen.
You, I know more about that situation than you. I guarantee you.
About what situation?
He says Eddie Mitchell went to Texas because his child mom moved there. Dummy, isn't it great? Anything Georgia, not a problem. Completely clean. Everything's fine.
Yeah, cleanest program ever.
Right. Even though they have a recruiting staffer right now accusing them of recruiting violations. But I haven't heard anything reported on that on the YouTube front.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't even know what the. Clearly, you know about it. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. But.
I can't see the comment section, so I don't know.
Yeah. Todd says he wished his team learned how to cheat. Yeah, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, right? I guess that's the new world we live in.
Now, I have a question. Are you going to be like a secret Florida State fan this year since DJ's there?
No.
Why not? I thought you liked DJ.
I do. I like DJ. He's one of 110 roster members on that team, so I'm rooting for 1/110th of that team. No, of course I'm not going to root for Florida State. I mean, that's like saying if Cade Klubnik or name any Clemson player transferred to South Carolina, would I root for South Carolina? Of course not. And also, I'm kind of happy that DJ transferred to Florida State because he's not threatening at all to me, in my mind. He is who he is. Look, this guy's not new. DJ's not a first-year guy coming in. We know what he is. He did the same thing at Oregon State. He did at Clemson. He's going to do the same thing at Florida State. He is who he is. You know. Now, I don't know what their other quarterback situation looks like outside of him, but I can guarantee you this: he didn't transfer there without being guaranteed he was going to be the starter. So he's playing as long as he's healthy. Yeah.
No, Joey, you don't need nothing else right now.
Roger Dodger said Georgia Tech cheats on math tests.
Yeah, now everyone else cheats. Before, you get knocked for saying everyone cheats. Now, I guess everyone else cheats. As it is, helps your argument or doesn't.
Yeah, you try to tell me that crap about how we won we didn't win the conference in the ACC because we cheated, but Demarius Thomas selling a tracksuit is not cheating.
Someone gave him a tracksuit that couldn't have been worth more than $100.
Yeah,
and they stripped an ACC title from us. North Carolina's cheated for a decade. Nothing happens.
Yeah, doing that is not gaining. Cheating is when you gain an advantage of something. Just because a player was given a tracksuit doesn't mean that.
Well,
we were cheating.
That's happened to a lot of players. It happened at Georgia. It happened at Ohio State with the tattoo deal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's not.
Cheating. I mean, cheating is when you send someone in disguise to another thing to steal their signals. Yeah, that's cheating.
Yeah.
I mean, I just work under the assumption everybody's cheating.
Yeah.
Including my own team.
Miami's definitely cheating.
Well, there's no doubt that every team is pushing the limits, but there's clear and cut cheating. Like what Michigan did is clear and cut cheating. That's not pushing the boundaries. That's just, there's really you can't really defend what they did. And I know Rec Talk said that.
If they didn't do it with a video camera, you could, because it's not against the rules.
Well, they did, though. Clearly, it was against the rules.
I think what you just said about it being dumb, something as little as giving somebody a ride. Well, I think saying it's wrong because you do it with a video camera is just as dumb.
I agree with you, but giving somebody a ride compared to sending somebody around the country to steal people's signals and games that you're not even involved in, those are two totally different things. Like, I don't think that, Todd Gurley signing a jersey or the Ohio State guy getting a tattoo on some booster's dime for free, that's not cheating. That's just breaking the rules. Cheating is when you're getting a competitive advantage, like what Rick was just saying, which clearly Michigan did.
I'm full of shit. Sir Uga personally knew someone that was paid to take a test for the Georgia Tech football players. Well, I guess that's it, man. Who were they and what player did he take it for? You know what? I know someone that was paid to take a test for a Georgia player. Equally as meaningless of a statement.
Yeah, Nate, you won the Natty. Congratulations. No one can take that away from you. Except here's one problem, buddy. The NCAA might.
If Michigan gets theirs taken away, they would deserve it.
You can find somebody that puts an asterisk next to basically every national title for the past 25 years.
Yeah, right. No, I agree with you there.
I've got an asterisk besides the Natties the past 2 years. Not this year, but the 2 years before this year. I've got asterisks beside those.
Hey, what about the asterisk? You should be mad at Colorado. Don't you guys share a title with them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking about the biggest asterisk of all time with the freaking fifth down?
The fifth down, yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
But...
Well, I mean, there are people that still make the argument because of the whole steroid thing. There are asterisks next to Clemson's.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, guess what? It was never taken off the books, but Michigan's might be taken off the books officially. And again, it doesn't matter because Michigan's still going to run around claiming the title no matter if they take it off the books or not. So if you're a Michigan fan, it really doesn't matter. And I don't blame them. It wouldn't matter to me either if I were a fan of Michigan.
Technically, it's been taken off the books for USC, but you ask anybody on here, yeah, USC's 2004 national champions.
Yeah.
Time will forget about it.
Well, at least you admitted it, Nate. That's the first part of recovery. But there are still a large percentage of Michigan fans that are just unwilling to admit that they cheated.
Well, I'm not a Michigan fan. I don't call it cheating.
You don't call that cheating?
We've been over this.
Let's go over it again then.
People have been stealing signs since four-year-old T-ball. So I don't care about it. I think it's stupid.
Yeah. Again, I know we've been over this. Stealing signs and figuring out people's signs is one thing, but shipping some jabroni around the country to other games is a different thing. And I don't know. Maybe other schools do it. I have no idea.
Okay, well, guess what else is a different thing? Some whack job that has a manifesto on how he's going to take over Michigan football. How about you lay the blame at him?
Well, everything really went according to his plan.
Yeah, he's like a mastermind, this guy.
Dude, that was the funniest thing of all. I mean, this dude actually had a manifesto on how he was going to take over Michigan football.
I want them to release that thing so bad. I bet it's incredible.
If I were this guy...
What's better, a Touchdown Tim article or this guy's manifesto?
If I were him, I'd release it and monetize it and sell it like a book. He'd probably get rich.
Yeah, he would, yeah.
And he might, too. He seems like...
I'd buy a copy.
No, listen.
Well,
he just needs to get into. And as a matter of fact, I think this would be a great idea to help bridge some of the hatred. He needs to be a part of Zach Smith's podcast from now
on. Oh man. Well, if Zach Smith was smart, he'd make that happen. Talk about a ratings booster. He probably don't want nothing to do with that weird. That guy's weird. But weird does sell, so.
Weird does sell.
Yeah, Big Barney Ross says.
Speaking of which, I don't know. I don't know if we've been on since the news broke. So, who do you think has the best quarterback in the ACC this year?
What news do you speak of, my friend?
That would be.
He's referring to how Miami fans went absolute apeshit on Cam Ward for declaring in the draft, saying he was going to go undrafted.
Ah, yeah.
Dude, Mario. Hey, listen. Mario is such a great recruiter. He's pillaging the NFL draft.
I'm sure everything was on the up and up with that.
I highly doubt it.
Well, since you asked, I guess I would say probably Cam Ward would be the preseason favorite to be the best quarterback in the ACC. I mean, anybody disputing that? I mean, that makes sense. I mean, it's not going to be DJ. So, who else is there?
Although that was a bittersweet day because we got two sets of news on the Miami front break. About an hour or two before the Cam Ward news broke, the news broke that Miami's second leading receiver got arrested in Daytona Beach for street racing.
Oh. You gotta love the offseason. Hell, it didn't even take it was barely the offseason.
Barely.
Yeah.
Street racing and a registration violation.
Oh, almighty. Not surprised. There should be an over and under in Vegas, and there probably is somewhere on the dark web, about how many players will be arrested between now and the start of the next season around the country. Like over under 20.
That does rock paper scissors. I'm sure they've got it on their sports book there.
Street racing. He might need to transfer to Georgia, says Lou. Yeah.
They might need to.
They went and stole an Alabama commit today. Did you see that?
No, I've barely been on the internet today.
Kirby Smart broke out the helicopter.
No, I saw Mario broke his out too, going to see a player.
Broke out the helicopter, went and landed right on the football field, and within an hour had that guy flip from Alabama to Georgia. Hey, look, man. I was like, where's Dabo's helicopter at? I know they got one. What's he doing?
Mario got a helicopter.
First come, first serve. You know what I mean?
Right. I think I'm just going to start taking the Georgia mentality. Everything with Miami's on the up and up with Mario. He's such a nice guy. Did you know he's got a black belt?
Yeah, he's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
My coach can
Heard that.
Your coach.
Somebody told me that one time. I'm still.
And Sea-Dog's right, though. Miami fans are absolutely losing their minds over this. And, I mean, I've still got some doubts for the team. We'll see how things go in the spring and summer. but there's still some position groups that need to be ironed out. You don't lose both your starting safeties, and you're good to go very next year.
Well, Miami fans are just like a lot of other delusional fans. And I'm not putting you in that category, but you know what I mean. That every off season, the next year is going to be the greatest season that they've had in 100 years. I mean,
Miami fans have dissociated like most of the way throughout this season and started talking about next year.
Well,
I think because they know no matter how much whining and crying happens, Mario's not going to be fired. I think they've just kind of resigned themselves to the fact that for once, they finally have to let the process play itself out.
Did you see Touchdown Tim's reporting with his inside source on the Cam Ward situation?
Yeah. Well, see, I remember when he posted that originally.
What did he say?
He said he had an inside source. He was definitely coming to Miami. Then he committed to the draft, and he's like, "Oh man, I got it." You know, my source hosed me. And then when he committed to Miami, he's like, "I'm a genius." And he did a poll like, "Am I the greatest sports writer? Yes or yes!" exclam.
Oh, he's encroaching on Sleeta's territory at this point.
He can mop the floor with Sleeta.
Yeah.
He got the best of Slim, didn't he, Sea-Dog?
What? Whenever they went after it?
Yeah.
What do you mean he
Slim
got?
on Twitter?
What do you mean he got the best of Slim?
Yeah, he totally did.
No, he didn't.
Beat Slim in an argument. Yeah, he did.
Hold on now. You argue with him on Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Because he said something stupid, and I had to. I'll give it to him. He had a good comeback, but then I went right back at him, and considering he didn't respond, he who laughs last laughs hardest.
All right, I need confirmation on exactly what was said here.
Well, he tweets like 1,000 times a day.
Oh, okay.
It would take.
I go through Slim's Twitter.
Yeah, well, I've got the screenshot somewhere in my phone.
Hold on now. Don't make me do this.
I don't know if you want to go. My Twitter may get your stream shut.
Really? Damn. What are you doing on there?
Warning you.
Well, Tim's definitely will. He had like softcore pornography at a Miami tailgate on his Twitter. He had a naked woman with her shirt off, so her tits are just hanging out. And
that's on Twitter. There's porn on there.
Yeah, it was on there. I almost pulled it up on a live show. I was like, whoa.
I mean, you can't do that on YouTube, but Twitter doesn't give a shit.
Hey, I don't know if you saw it, Rick, but like you know how he as thirsty as he gets on Twitter. Somebody screenshotted a bunch of that crap and sent it to his wife's Facebook.
Yeah.
Listen to me.
Bums ruined my marriage.
Listen to me. That woman, she's married to him. She knows he's a fucking nut. They ain't gonna ruin nothing. She already knows who he is. I mean, Twitter, ask Jay Shipes. Jay Shipes sends me videos on a daily basis of people getting their brains blown out on Twitter. They don't give a shit what you post on there. You can post anything on there.
Well, I didn't know that. Because I was on a live show and scrolling through his Twitter and like reading stuff because I thought it was funny. And then there's, big titties.
Yeah, they don't care about titties. There's like zero. Elon Musk doesn't give a fuck. You can post anything on there.
Well, that's how Twitter was even beforehand.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah. Here you are. I found you. All right. Now where am?
This was months ago. This was probably back towards the beginning of the season.
I gotta say, it's not on the screen because I want to make sure that everything's good because it's YouTube. But I do like Slim Shady Kane's feed so far. It's pretty good.
Well, I figured you would like it.
Yeah. Everyone go look up Slim Shady Kane's on Twitter and give him a follow too while you're at it. How long ago was this?
Oh God, hang on. Let me see if I can pull up those screenshots and give you a roundabout date.
It had to be at least mid-season.
Now hold on. let me show this real quick.
I'm looking at it now.
Which one is it?
Hold on. Give me a second. Look at this post by Slim Shady Can. Or I don't know. Was this a I think it's a repost. Either way, here you go. Look at this one. All right.
I repost a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's what you guys have to look forward to when you follow Slim Shady on Twitter.
Damn. Pretty good. Which one was it?
The donut shop one.
Oh yeah, the donut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if I'd eat that donut.
Oh, I think I found it. No, this is you reposting something that he posted. Is his name Timothy Johnson?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that must not be it because there's no response.
We need this. Slim.
Yeah, I need this.
We're all scrolling right now.
I'm scrolling like a mofo right here.
Scrolling like I'm on Tinder right now.
Yeah. Slim's feed is funny though.
Because Tim will come back with some football knowledge that kind of makes sense.
Look at this one. I'm easily amused. Look at this one. Pornhub comments are more civilized than YouTube comments. Changed my mind.
That is true.
It is true.
They'll be like, I'm here again. I don't know what to do. This ain't it.
Yeah, he does a lot of reposts. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, I see Sea Dog on here. And Slim's comments here.
I've been on the Twitter grind.
I like Twitter.
You know, there's a beef now between Georgia Tech and Oklahoma State.
Yes.
Look at this one. Florida man, age 37, arrested for kidnapping 27 people and forcing them to play Yahtzee for 36 hours straight. What?
Yeah, I thought about finding that story and actually sending it to you for the midday show, but I didn't get around to it.
Is that an actual real story or just a meme?
No, that was a story.
Yeah, I can't find it, dude. I don't know how long ago you posted this here. I'm all the way down to December 10th. It's more recent than that, isn't it?
No, it was November 24th.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. All right.
Oh, it was November 24th.
Oh.
According to the screenshots I have that I sent to, I think I sent them to, I can't remember if I sent them to Rec or Sea Dog. I sent them to one of the two.
Hold on. I think you sent them to me. We're about to get to the
You said the 24th?
Yeah.
I'm almost there. Give me a second.
I found it.
Hold on, I'm on the 25th. Give me a second.
I found it.
All right. Mark Rogers post game. Is it? No. Well, hold on.
How do I?
Yeah, I don't see it.
Hold on. I'm going to send them to you. Or, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send them.
Put them in the private chat of the StreamYard if you can.
They're texting my phone. Hold on. Maybe I'll just send them to you on Twitter, and then you'll have them on your computer.
Yeah. My laptop Twitter is not my main Twitter account for some reason I can't figure out. I've been accused of having a burner account, which I've never even posted anything on here, so that can't be true. But I won't get it, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Damn.
Yeah.
You want me to Snapchat you?
I don't have that.
I didn't figure. We all know what Snapchat's for.
I don't, because I don't have it.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not in on that joke either.
Well, why would you need an app that deletes what you send like after you read it, right?
Yeah, but you have one.
No.
Yeah,
I never said that.
yeah, you were about to send me something on it.
No, I would have downloaded it for you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Oh, what a sweet guy.
Oh, I got it on the phone.
Yeah, I don't know a better way to send it to you. And then there's one more.
All right, well, here's what I can do anyway. I can at least read it.
Well, and Rec read him out of order on his show, too.
Oh, I see why now, because this is on Timothy's page, not Slim's. That's why I can't find it. He's responding to Timothy. Is that right, Slim?
Yeah.
So I just need to go to replies then, I think.
Yeah, man, Tim replies a lot.
I'm not used to using this on the computer. That's my problem. I could do it on my phone. I could do this in like 3 seconds.
You'll never find it on Tim's page.
Oh, I won't. Okay.
He has a lot of activity.
He got like a temporary ban because Twitter thought he was a bot because no one would think you would post 1,000 times a day without being a bot. He did, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll just read to you guys what Rec just sent me. Okay, so Slim Shady Canes, I guess, responds to his post and says, "At least pay attention. Matt Lee's helmet broke after the high snap. They wanted him back in. So yes, the 2 timeouts suck, but sometimes shit happens." Timothy then says, "All right, Slim Shady," in quotes. "How about you turn off Eminem Trailer Park music blasting in your ears and maybe you'll clear your head enough to understand Mario is a problem." Slim then says, "Open your eyes, put on those Coke bottle bifocals and watch what's happening and maybe you won't look and sound so ignorant." How long did you guys go back and forth here?
A minute.
Not very long.
Okay. Timothy then says, "Speaking of Coke, how about you stop snorting it and maybe you'll see Mario as a clock management disaster." Slim says, "Nobody said he wasn't, but if that's all you focus on is bad, all you'll see is bad. Like I said in the beginning, the timeout sucked, but sometimes shit happens. Just look at the thing on your face as proof." How did I miss this?
And that was the end of it, yeah.
Now, who do you think got the better of that exchange? In fact,
it's a
cool
funny.
to do a poll.
Oh, I love the
It was
internet.
longer than that.
That's all he sent me.
That's all there was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 3 images, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't very long.
I like how he went for your name, the Eminem Trailer Park music blasting in your ears. Like, I gotta say, Tim won that exchange.
He didn't have much to go off of.
Yeah, he doesn't know you at all.
Look at
Well, I don't know him at all.
Now this is funny. This is funny to me because I'm a Clemson fan. Look at Slim's page picture, not his profile picture. It's the sign to East Aboga, Alabama, exit 173. Lord.
Just another asshole with an internet connection. That's your description of yourself.
That's a good description, actually.
If I do say so myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much summarizes it.
That's better than "I'm a father of 3, a beautiful wife of 15 years, I graduated from blah blah school, and I got this degree," and shit that nobody gives a fuck about.
Yeah, or they started, "I'm never good at writing these."
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Slapdick exit, the East Aboga exit. Oh, man.
And there are, in fact, slapdicks at that exit. I can verify.
All right, I'm going to bring on Nate. He's been in the back for about an hour. So we got about 10 minutes left here. Nate, what's going on, buddy?
Not much, guys. Actually, how are you guys? Nonetheless.
Good.
I'm great. It's the off season. Miami's undefeated.
Yeah.
This is where I dominate.
Yep. And guess what I'm doing right now?
Do you really want us to guess?
Well, it's nothing bad. It's
You're eating something probably.
You're shucking corn.
Surprisingly, no and no. I'm asking AI a question.
Oh God, would you ask it?
Well,
Now that may be where we need to cut off the conversation.
Yeah, don't pull a Vic and get my stream shut down.
No. I was just trying to ask the robot for create a stand-up comedy skit or whatever. So.
Okay. Hey Nate, you know what I saw? I don't know I can't remember what day it was, but you came on. I think it was on VicTube stream.
Mm-hmm.
And you ate 11 taquitos in a minute.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now I gotta say, first of all, I've seen you do this in person, so it didn't surprise me to see you do that. But as somebody who's concerned about your health and well-being, one thing I noticed is you don't chew your food.
No, I saw it whole.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What?
Listen to me. He shoves entire taquitos down his throat without chewing them.
Joey Chestnut, kind of.
Chewing is the most fun part about eating.
Yeah, he just shoves. He might bite it once, bites it in half, just so it's small enough for him to swallow. But he zero chewing.
Why? If you're not gonna taste it, chew it, and enjoy it, then why not just eat healthy food?
I did taste it afterwards. Ran the food, but I didn't really.
Dude, I know you had some serious gas and probably some a stomach ache later. If you don't chew your food like that,
No,
chew your food, dude.
If I were on a date, I would not do that.
On a date?
Yeah, well, that's good.
No, yeah. I'm being serious.
See, Nate seems like the type of guy that would do that 7-Up challenge or whatever it was. Somebody just chugs a bottle of 7-Up.
Oh, I can't.
Or try and do it without burping.
I can't do that. That's the problem.
Oh, is it Sprite?
No, that's
it's corrected. It was Sprite.
Well, same thing.
Whatever. It's impossible to chug a 2 liter of Sprite and not burp.
Yeah, it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Hell, even Joey Chestnut can't do it. Well, he might. I don't know, but still, I might be the next Joey Chestnut or whatever. You know what's fun or not funny, but you know what's interesting? Joey Chestnut is the winningest athlete of all time.
Yeah, eating's not a sport.
It is.
No, it's not.
Well, okay.
So you're saying Chess Hall's an athlete?
He doesn't eat.
Oh, you mean he got 400 pounds by not eating?
Yeah, he just worked on his ass. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not part of this Chess Hall, whatever it's called. But anyways, yeah. I know South Olympics like 45 days away. That's how long or short it is, or days away it is.
Yeah, 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, and my mom booked the room in the same hotel we're staying in. So there you go.
Good. That's great. That's great news.
And the bad news is the airfare sucks. So we're probably gonna drive there. Maybe.
You're gonna drive to Florida from Nebraska?
I mean, we done before.
No, you say we. You didn't drive.
Well, me and my family.
Yeah. Yeah, you slept.
I
They drove.
I slept some over the way, but still, we had to stop like 14 stops and stuff. Spend one night at a hotel somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my concerning part of the trip. If we did that, just me and my mom. Plus, I can't drive. That's good. That's the bad part.
Yeah. Well, I'm concerned for your mom, not you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the cheapest flights we've seen is from Kansas City Airport, which is not that far away. It's like 2 hours away. So, I mean, the cheapest ones in Southwest, coming from Kansas City to stop in Houston, Hobby or whatever you call it, and then Panama City. Then we arrive in Panama City like late at night, though.
Okay. Well, that's good news. Thanks for the update, Nate.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got anything else, or is that it?
Well, I can keep talking if you want. But I know I love to keep talking on your show. I like to talk to y'all, but I know we had to keep it short. Yeah, that's all I have. But hey, Pete, near the end of the show, I don't know if we want to do it live, but tell free Pete I said hi.
I will. I'll tell Repeat you said hi.
All right, see y'all.
All right, see you later, Nate. Huh.
All right.
Yep, it's the off season.
Lou said, it looks like I'm close to giving Nate a 2-week break again from YouTube.
Did you do that?
I know there were a bunch of people that shitted on my take about the Packers beating the Cowboys. I'd just like to say everybody that did can suck it.
Yeah, that was something. I got to admit, I didn't see that coming. That game right there is the exact reason I don't bet on the NFL.
Right.
Yeah.
And how about Tampa Bay just absolutely throttling the Eagles?
That's what I was talking. That's what I thought you were talking about.
But no.
Oh.
I said I had told there were several people I had talked to about NFL games, and I said, well, of course Tampa was going to beat Philly. I wasn't worried about that, but I got called nuts on my take that Green Bay was going to beat Dallas. That game wasn't even competitive.
I don't know why anybody would call you crazy that Dallas would lose in the first round of the playoffs. It's not like they don't do it every year. I mean,
it's like the most popular NFL meme.
Yeah.
I tried to tell them.
They're about to be looking for a new coach, aren't they? Again.
I mean, I get it. People think I'm just a pretty face on here, but I actually do know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right.
You're useful beyond your look, Slim.
I am.
Are the Panthers looking for a new coach?
Yeah.
So the Panthers, the Falcons.
The Panthers fired their coach in like week 8. I mean,
yeah, after their rival throttled them. Which my mom, who knows nothing about football, was visiting them, and she's like, "This is bad, isn't it?" And I'm like, "Enough, Mom. Yeah, it's bad."
The Panthers are, in my opinion, the worst franchise in football right now. I mean, can somebody tell me one that's worse? I mean, I'm open to suggestions, but
The Falcons.
You think so? I don't think. I would love to say that. I think the Panthers are slightly worse than the terrible Falcons. Slightly.
The Falcons at least had a run with Matt Ryan. I don't think the Panthers have had anything like that in the last 10 or 15 years.
Well, no.
They had that run with Cam Newton.
They did
Yeah.
have a run with Cam.
Yeah. If you're talking about the past 20 years, Carolina's got one up on Atlanta there. I'm talking about now, though. I mean, Carolina's got multiple conference championship appearances, wins, Super Bowl appearances. They never won a Super Bowl, but Atlanta has none of that.
Yeah, we have one appearance. Yeah, probably right now Carolina's worse, but that a lot of that has nothing to do with football. It has to do with your owner.
Well, yeah, yes. Ding, 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 ding. And that's why I'm saying I think that they're if they're not the worst, they're headed there, and they're going to get there quick, fast, in a hurry.
And the Falcons
and they'll probably stay there.
By the way. Arthur Blank is, I mean, when you're firing a coach every 3 years, you're not doing something right.
David Tepper has zero idea what he's doing. He has no idea. And I don't even think he cares. You know, the press conference after he fired Frank Reich, they were saying, you know, what's the state of the Panthers, and you know, since you've taken ownership, and he goes, oh, we sold out more concerts in Charlotte at Bank of America Stadium than any time in history. He's like, concerts? This is fun. What are you talking about? I mean, that just tells you how bad.
He's worried about the bottom line. He's worried about making money.
Right, exactly. And he goes, and the stadium's full every week. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, with the other team's fans, not Carolina Panthers fans. Jesus.
Yeah, but the stadium's full.
Are the Jets worse? KE has a good point. The Jets are kind of known to just be absolutely.
No, I don't think the Jets are worse.
I don't know. I mean, the Jets have definitely got it for longevity.
Well, they're kind of cursed, though. Like, they get Aaron Rodgers, and he tears his Achilles in the first series.
Dude, that was jacked.
And he's an interesting cat in general, but that's a whole other conversation.
How about Green Bay? They just plug and play. Like, Brett Favre retires, Aaron Rodgers takes over. Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers leaves to go to the Jets. They get Jordan Love in there. He's won a playoff game. Like, they just keep rolling. That might be an example of maybe the best run franchise in football. I don't know. I know they don't win it every year, but they're always in the conversation.
They're never down bad.
They're never down bad, right? And then
I will say this for the people that thought the Pat McAfee show wasn't going to change going to ESPN. It obviously has.
Oh, with him being banned for the rest of the year.
Oh, don't even get me started on it. I know you saw my exchange on Twitter with that, Slim.
Yeah, I remember. I remember it, but I don't remember exactly what you said.
Oh, there's not enough time left in the show for me to get into that.
Sorry,
but Jesus Christ. Yeah, there's definitely not enough. That maybe on the midday show tomorrow we'll talk about that. But
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
But that is going to wrap it up for the ACC show tonight. I appreciate you coming on, Rec Talk. Yeah, what you got going on? It's the off season for you, and I know you're going to continue to make Georgia Tech videos. But you got anything else planned, or?
I don't have anything big planned. Just keep rolling as news comes out. That's about it. Appreciate you having me on, Pete. Have a good one.
Yeah, man. All right, Slim, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
Absolutely.
And I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
All right. Take it easy.
All right.
All right. Are you okay, or?
I'm still getting over being sick, man. You know?
Yeah.
Turns out I got the flu.
You've had it for a week?
Yeah, dude. Last Tuesday was when my symptoms started showing up. And today I started feeling better. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
You look like shit still. I hate to be the one to tell you.
I know.
All right, man.
Tired. I got to go back to work tomorrow. So.
Well, we did it again.
All right.
Another amazing and fantastic show.
We sure did.
So. All right, buddy. Well, I'll talk to you later. Hope you feel better.
Thanks, man.
All right.
See ya.
Later. All right, everybody. That's going to do it from down here, as Law Tide would say, from down here one time. Thank you all for tuning into the ACC show. You guys are all amazing and fantastic. And I'll be back tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another episode of the Midday Show. We'll continue more of this debauchery that you saw tonight of the off-season, the start of the off-season. So make sure, if you're not a member of the or subscriber of the second channel, it's in the description of the video. And it's also being posted by Nightbot, so you can go find that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a great Tuesday night.